beautiful humans. I'm Jem Madrone, and today I want to talk about a stage of the awakening process that is really one of the most challenging phases and difficult phases to really move through. And this is one that sounds like a lot of you in this group are going through right now. And so I just wanted to jump on and talk about it a bit more so we can understand what's happening and really the purpose and the gift that it is. So, this stage of the awakening process is when we find ourselves in a place where we no longer know who we are. We feel really lost. Life often feels absurd, like it has no meaning at all. We may question everything about who we thought we were. We might even question what our favorite color is, which is what a couple of people mentioned in the group, and definitely start to question our purpose, our goals, why we're here. And we feel really lost because there's nothing to hold on to anymore. All of the things that have kind of given us motivation, pointed us in the direction that we're trying to go, defined who we are, and what we're doing here on this planet. All of those things have kind of fallen away and drifted away. And we wonder if we'll ever have any motivation to do anything again, to get anything done. We wonder if there is a point to even trying to do any of this. And this is such an important place to be. This is such an important part of the process, even though it can feel a bit nauseating, even though it can feel like we're, dead. And even though it can feel nothing like we wanted to feel like, nothing like we thought this awakening was supposed to be like, because we are just in this place of not knowing. And it is also an in between zone. It's been called a lot of different things. Eckhart Tolle refers to it as no man's land, I believe. It could be liminal space, it could be the void, but it's when we've seen through the illusion of who we think we are, and that falls away, and we're not yet connected completely with who we really are. And this in between zone is so important. It's important not to rush through it. It's important not to grab onto something new. It's important not to create a new, more beautiful spiritual ego, because we'll miss the whole point of this part of the process, which is to just sit in the nothingness, to just be in that place where there are no labels, there are no goals, there is no motivation, there is no likes or dislikes or preferences. Because when we sit in this place of nothingness, then the only thing that's there is what's eternal. The only thing that we have to connect with is who we really are. And this is the purpose of this part of the process. This is the gift of this part of the process, because the more we allow ourselves to just accept the fact that we have no clue who the fuck we are, why we're here, what we should be doing with our life, what we like or don't like, when we really allow ourselves to sit with that, then what comes through is truth. What comes through is the reality of who we really are, the only thing that really exists. And that's that eternity of the spirit. That is the soul. And even though we want to grasp onto it, okay, so now I'm going to find the soul, I'm going to find that eternal part of me. And that, as you all probably know, doesn't really work either, because we're grasping, we're looking for answers, we're trying to qualify, put into words something that cannot be put into words. And so trust the process. Know that it's happening, even if you can't put it into a box, even if you don't have an experience to hold on to. know that that connection with your true self is happening as you sit in this nothingness, and allow that to happen. And as you allow the falling away, which is also a part of this process, we may find, oh, well, I kind of like this. Well, let that fall away too. You know, we may find like, well, what about this? Let it fall away. Sit in the nothingness. And as you let all of these old pieces of you continue to shed, continue to fall away, just be aware of what's there. Be aware of that feeling of that part of you that never goes away, that never changes, and that is always there with you. And this is who you are. This is your connection with spirit. And this is the gift of this part of the process. So don't rush it. Let yourself be here. And know that as you emerge from this part of the process, that you will have motivation again. You will have goals, but they're going to come from a much different place. They're no longer going to come from the ego. They're going to come from the heart and from the soul. So it will feel differently, but you will have that spark again. You'll have that motivation again, but don't rush it. Stay with the process. So if you are really challenged by this part of the process, if you've been in it for a really long time and you feel like you need some help moving through it, or with any part of the awakening process, then please private message me. We can talk and see if the work that I do with my clients would be a good fit for you. And if you have any questions, just leave them here in the group. And I'm just sending so much love to all of you that are in this space of the unknown, because I know it can feel really scary, it can feel really lonely, it can feel really daunting and challenging, or even just boring. So I just love you all. I'm just so grateful for every one of you that is doing your own personal work, and sending you so much love. And I'll see you in the Facebook group. Mwah.